Good morning, dear students. Once again, welcome back to the English literature class. Today, we are continuing with the play. Title of the play is The Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare. Act 3, Scene 1, lines 50 to 100. I hope that you have learned and revised the previous parts very well. Do you remember where we have stopped in the last class? We were listening to the conversation between Salarino, and Shylock. Salarino and Salanio, both of them were ridiculing Shylock, and Salanio told the last dialogue. What was that? Do you remember? Why, I'm sure if he forfeit, thou will not take his flesh. What's that good for? Why, well, I'm very sure that if he forfeit, if he fails to pay his money in time, thou will not take his flesh. You will not cut 1 pound of flesh from his body. What's that good for? So it's a useless thing. You cannot use it for any good purpose. So what's that good for? So this is what Salarino asked to Shylock. And today, let's see what was the reply of Shylock. Act 3, Scene 1, lines 50 to 100. Shylock. To fish withal, if it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. So here Shylock says, to fish withal. So I will use that piece of flesh to bit to catch fish. By using that particular piece of flesh, I will catch fish. I will use it as a prey to catch fish. It will feed nothing else. So if it will feed nothing else, if it is a useless thing, I know. It is a useless thing. Though it is useless, it will feed my revenge. It will satisfy my thirst for revenge. He hath disgraced me and hindered me 500,000. He hath disgraced me. He has humiliated me and hindered me 500,000. He stopped me from making 500,000 money, or he just interfered in my business. Because of that, I lost 500,000. Laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains. He became very happy when I lost my business, or whenever I lost money in my business. Mocked at my gains whenever I gained something. Whenever there was success in my business, he was so sad. Scorned my nation toward my bargains. He always spoke bad about my race, scorned my nation. He spoke about my people in a very bad manner. Thwarted my bargains. He just interfered in my business. Because of him, I faced a lot of loss in my business. Cooled my friends. He just diminished my friends' affection. He just told always bad about me to my friends. Cooled my friends. And heated my enemies. He always encouraged my enemies. He just helped always my enemies. And what's his reason? And he did all these things just for what purpose? What wrong I have done with him? What's his reason? I am a Jew. So I am a Jew. That's why he has done all these things with me. He did all just because I am a Jew. Then Shylock is asking a few number of questions. Hath not a Jew eyes? Has not a Jew eyes like others? Or other human beings are having eyes. So what about Jews' eyes? Is there any difference in the eyes of Jews and other human beings? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affection, passion? So here Shylock is asking, is there any difference between a Jew and another human being? They also have hands like how other human beings are having. Jews are having organs like how other human beings are having. Dimensions, size, shape, senses, affection, passion. All these things are exactly same like others. He is asking, is there any difference between Jews and other human beings in any of these matters? Again, fed with the same food. So the same food can satisfy the hunger of a Jew and another human being. Hurt with the same weapons. So a weapon can hurt a Jew as well as another human being in the same way. Subject to the same disease. So suppose for example fever. A Jew will get a fever and another human being will get disease, means fever. So subject to the same disease, whatever disease other people are getting, the same disease will be affected to the Jews also. Healed by the same means. What all different medicines are there used by other human beings, the same is being applied to Jews. Warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is. So how other human beings are getting warmed in summer and how they are getting cooled in winter. So it is equally applicable to a Jew. And how the Christians are getting all these things, or how it is affected or applicable to Christians, in the same manner it is applicable to Jews also. Again he is continuing his explanation. What he says, if you prick us, do we not bleed? If you use some sharp object and with the help of that sharp object, if you just pierce it into our body, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? So he is asking, he is comparing between a Jew and a Christian, a Jew and other human being. So if you poison us, do we not die? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you prickle us, do we not hurt? And there he is asking again, if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? Then he is telling, Antonio was always speaking bad about me. Therefore he is giving justification here. If you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. So just imagine or try to understand that if we are exactly same like you in all other matter, we will resemble you in that. In this particular matter also, we will be exactly like you. What is the matter here? If you wrong us, shall we not revenge? Or in other words, if you wrong us, we will revenge. That's why Shylock says, if we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in showing revenge or satisfying revenge. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. So Jew is saying, if a Jew is saying something wrong about a Christian, what will be the response of a Christian? How his humility will be? Of course, he will show his revenge. And Shylock says, if a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferance be by Christian example? So if a Jew is criticizing a Christian or ridiculing a Christian, the Christian will show his revenge upon that person. In the same way, here Shylock is asking if a Christian wrong a Jew. As per the Christian example, what must be done by a Jew? Here Shylock is giving the answer, why? Revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute, and it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction. So what lessons you taught me, you taught us, I will execute it. Since if we are ridiculing you, you will show your revenge upon us. The same way, when you are ridiculing us, we also will show revenge upon you. And it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction. What you have taught, I will execute it in a better manner than how you do it. So when this conversation is going on, a servant is coming to the scene and he is speaking something with Zelanio and Salarino. Let's see what he says. Gentlemen, my master Antonio is at his house and desires to speak with you. So gentlemen, my master Antonio is waiting at his house. He is at his house and he just wants to speak with both of you, both Salarino and Salanio. And there Salarino says, we have been up and down to seek him. So actually we were looking for him everywhere, but we haven't found him. Actually, we also just want to talk with him. So we have been searching for him here and there for a number of time, but we haven't met him. Salarino, here comes another of the tribe. A third cannot be matched unless the devil himself turns Jew. Salanio says, here comes another of the tribe. So here there comes a third person, a Jew. A third cannot be matched. So these two people, Shylock and the person who is coming to the scene right now, they are having equal nature, their character, their behavior, personality, everything is same. So we cannot see such people again. There is no such a third person who is having the same nature and behavior like these two, unless the devil himself turns Jew. So if the devil is becoming a Jew, that's what is the character of these two people. Or in other words, here he says that these two people are having the nature and likeness of devil. So Exeunt, Salanio, Salarino and servant. So these three people are just moving out of the scene, just going out of the scene, and now two characters are left in the scene, and one is Shylock, the other one is Tubal. Tubal has entered in the scene right now. Shylock is asking something to Tubal. How now, Tubal? What news from Genoa? So once Shylock met Tubal, he's asking, how are you, man? Gentleman, my dear friend Tubal, what news from Genoa? From Genoa, what news have you got? Do you have anything new? Hast thou found my daughter? Have you found my daughter there anywhere when you traveled? There Tubal is replying, I often came where I did hear of her, but cannot find her. Wherever I have traveled, wherever I went, I heard much about your daughter. I did hear of her. I heard much about your daughter, but cannot find her. But I failed to find out her. I haven't seen her. I heard much about her, but I haven't seen her. There Shylock says, why, there, a diamond gone cost me 2,000 ducats in Frankfurt. Why, there. So finally, at last, alas, a diamond gone. I lost a diamond which cost me 2000 acres in Frankfurt. So Frankfurt is a place. So here Shylock says, if I was selling that diamond at Frankfurt, I could have got 2000 acres. In other words, the cost of this diamond is 2000 acres and I lost it. The curse never fell upon our nation till now. I never felt it till now. The ancient curse never fell upon our people, our race, still now. And I never felt its effect. So it's something referring to the Bible. So in the Bible, when the Jews disobeyed the laws of God, he just cursed them. And because of that, they were condemned to exile. Exile, the action which took place in the history of Jews. So that's why he says, the ancient curse never fell upon our race till now, and I never knew its effect. 2000 occurs in that, and other precious jewels. So just in the account of that diamond, I lost 2000 acres. The diamond which cost me 2000 acres, I lost it. And other precious stone. Beyond the diamond, I lost number of precious jewels because she has taken it away from me. That's what Shylock says. I would my daughter were dead at my foot. I pray to God, or I wish that if my daughter died and she was lying at my foot, or in other words, I wish that dead body was kept at my foot. The dead body of my daughter was kept at my foot. And the jewels in her ear would she wear hers at my foot, and the ducats in her coffin. When she died, she must wear all the jewels in her ear. Would she wear hers at my foot and the ducats in her coffin? Her body must be kept at my foot and the ducats in her coffin. All the money which she has taken away from me must be in her coffin. And I just want to see my daughter died before me. Once when she die, she must be decorated with the jewels which she has taken away from me. She must carry those jewels and she were held at my foot. Her dead body must kept at my foot and the ducats in her coffin. In the box, there must be my money. No news of them. So again, Shalowski is asking, don't you have any information about them? Why so? Why don't you have any news of my daughter and her lover Lorenzo? And I know not what spent in the search. I know not. I do not know how much I spent in search of my daughter. In order to search my daughter, how much I am spending. Why? Thou laws upon laws. After all, this act, what I do, it is something like laws upon laws. Because I lost already a huge wealth. My daughter has taken away my wealth. And again I am spending. I am losing some money in order to search her. So it is something like laws upon laws. The thief gone with so much. She has taken away a lot of from my home and so much to find the thief. So from both the side, I am always getting loss. I have lost a huge sum and again I am spending money in order to search, but the result is zero. I'm not getting any news about them. And no satisfaction. So even though I'm spending this much money to find out those people, I'm not getting any result and I'm not getting any kind of satisfaction. No revenge. I'm not getting satisfaction and I am not able to satisfy my revenge. I have neither satisfaction nor revenge. No ill luck stirring, but what lights on my shoulders? Only bad luck has fallen on me. No ill luck stirring, but what lights on my shoulders? So finally, after doing all this, I'm getting only bad luck, which is always fallen on me. No sighs, but of my breathing. There are no sighs except the sighs that I breathe because nobody is there to show sympathy towards me. So I am the only person sigh, I am the only person breathe, and nobody is there to stand with me or to suffer with me. No tears but of my shedding. There are no tears except the ones shed by me. Nobody is there to join with me when I am in pain. So after all, whatever I do, it is always becoming waste. It's always becoming a bad luck for me. So dear students, with this we are winding up today's class and let's see what is happening or what had happened in the case of Antonio in the eyes of or in the view of Shylock and Tubal. Now they are going to talk about Antonio. Let's see those points in the upcoming part. Still we meet in the next part. I just want to sign off. Thank you.